Brilliant. Thank you.
69.
69. Right. Hello. We're back.
What?
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Sorry. I just had bum semen in my mind.
Oh God!
That's
Hello,
not where
everyone.
it's supposed to go.
Okay. So, welcome
Interesting.
back, everyone, to session 79. Yes, the second best number. Yeah, last we left off then. Oh, if everyone's ready to go, we can get started. Has everyone got water and drinks and all the stuff that humans need?
That's not a million degrees per drop. But apart
Oh.
from that,
Tell me about it. I know, we spend all the time complaining about the weather and then we get some nice weather and we complain about that.
Brighton.
Yeah, well, all right. Well, in that case, last we left off, the Clive Five headed to Port Delron to put all your affairs in order. Who is banging stuff outside my window? Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Just about.
Who cares about window?
That was a big one.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, the Clive Five headed to Port Delron to put your affairs in order during your period of sort of downtime you have, buying items to help with your future assault on the Elder Brain, as well as catching up with Weston and the crew of the Rose. While you're in Port Delron, Halcyon found a box of puppies, which you adopted. However, while at sea on a pleasure cruise, Scrimshaw showed off his new spell, Force Cage, on an unsuspecting killer whale, leaving it cruelly suspended in the air, but as a sort of warning to anyone to not fuck with him. But yeah, it was in the air for about an hour until it wore off, which is kind of cruel. But during the night, Gira, Roxon, and Chinook went to the House of the Profane, where you sort of proceeded to drink and party your night away. So let's start the session the next day, with you all camped aboard the Rose for the evening. So the sun rises on the docks of Port Delron. Very early in the morning, you hear people going about their business, starting to load up on ships, especially the fishing boats, which are about to go out. Bells ringing, people just talking amongst themselves, waking you up. What would you like to do for the day?
I much prefer being woken up somewhere a little more hospitable. Gira kind of grabs some linen and mashes against his ears to try and get all the bells and the morning noises from him.
Chinook's banging his head against the floor from just. He wants the noises to stop. He's very hungover right now.
you didn't do anything untoward, right? While you were there, because you know they're all slaves.
Wait, what?
You know that all slaves there in the House of the Profane.
What? No one told me that. Oh God.
Yeah, they don't have a choice.
Now I
They're
feel
slaves.
awful.
You
And
slaves. They
hungover.
work there and they can't. Yeah, that's why.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my!
Will you all kindly stop shouting? It's very early, and we are in a very small room.
Good morning, all. Weston comes down.
Come on.
I'm here to tell you that the day is bright and early, and it is a fine day. So,
Vicious mockery. No.
if you would all mind clearing up the hammocks, the crew will shortly be returning from. They'll be returning from their night of drunkenness as well. So they probably want to crash here for a bit.
Okay. Where are the puppies?
They're over by where Halcyon's sleeping.
Gonna go check on them and mainly check on Jellybean.
As you sort of go over there, they're all curled up, cutely, all pressed up together. As you begin to walk over to them, they begin to stir, and a few of them look up and start panting and squeaking a little bit. Jellybean is there.
Still alive?
Seems like it.
Okay, good.
Does Weston want to keep one of the puppies to be like a sea dog?
I don't know.
They help catch rats and stuff. Not that I guess you don't really get rats on boats, right? Or do you get rats on boats?
I suppose if you bring them on board.
Yeah, rats are a real problem.
Well, do you want to keep one of the dogs?
Isn't a cat better for catching rats?
But cats
Yeah,
don't like the
like,
water. They wouldn't like being on a boat.
Cats are regular sea companions.
I mean, I've
I
heard the
suppose I
term
could have a
sea
dog.
dog, never sea cat.
Usually, sea dog is a bit of an insult.
Yeah.
I'm
and-
I'm so sorry. Is that
No, I'm not saying I take any offense to it. I'm just saying if you call someone a sea dog, it means that, yeah, they ain't got their sea legs.
I write this down in this small yellow journal I have, which is just my large book of insults for vicious mockery to use in the future. Sea dog.
Sea dog.
Okay.
Quite like a hot dog, just at sea.
So
Oh.
are we headed back to Darkbridge now?
I do need to swing by the merchant's house before. I need to pick up my shield. Hopefully that's ready by
Okay.
now.
Cool.
Very well.
Ah, yes. Halcyon gets up, she stretches, and she says, "I don't know why I slept here this last night. I have my own house.
Yeah, that's right. You do have an entire house.
I could have just invited you all to stay with me." It's fine. We agreed to sleep on the boat. It's been a while since I slept on here.
And you've got all the vigor of a youth in you yet, Halcyon.
Kira, stop flirting.
Gira turns to Chinook and kind of growls almost, but with a slight charm. That's
Kira, I said stop flirting.
Well, I thought it was very flattering.
possible. You know, there's no expiry date on love, my young friend.
Well, they do say death till death do us part, so.
That's absolutely grim. Why would you say such a thing? Now I'm reminded of death and horrible shit.
Well, if I'm paired with someone all through my life, I don't want to have to deal with them all through my death as well.
And also, if I may say, death is a rather beautiful part of the cycle of life.
Yeah, I would think that too.
Not as beautiful as living.
I don't know, it depends where you go when you die.
If it's anywhere related to your weird, brooding, cult-like religion, I'd rather not go there.
Well, might not have a choice. Depends how you die, right?
That makes it even worse. I'd rather have a choice about
is-
where I want to go.
Is that a threat or?
It's not a threat. Just saying.
Just
It's
don't
not
die
even
too
a
near to
violent
Morna's
threat.
poem.
Everyone ends up there eventually, you know?
So no one has ever given a choice about where they want to spend the rest of their days. If that's true, where do ghosts come from?
Maybe they reject the reality that's forced upon them.
They just, I don't know, stick around sometimes, right?
Reject modernity, embrace haunting.
So they have the power to reject eternity in your god's weird little dimension, whatever the fuck happens there. They have that power over your god.
Like, it's not a big deal. They just go there when they die, right? And if your soul's not left the material plane, then it won't go there.
I think something about ghosts is that there's something keeping them on this plane, right?
Yeah.
Curious.
Where is it that we need to pick up this thing from, Scrimshaw?
The merchant's house in Port Dalron.
Shall we go there and then head back to the house?
That
These
seems
puppies.
like a plan.
No.
Oh, well, it was very nice seeing you all, Weston says, scraping his teeth with his knife. I hope to continue our business arrangement in the future.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, keep
Let us
up
know if you
the-
need any more cannons or anything.
I think we'll be okay. I'm not hoping to get into any cannon fights. There's not enough. We don't really have enough space for more crew for more cannons. So. But if you'd like to get a bigger ship at some point, or expand into a second ship, and I could be an admiral.
Ooh.
Ooh. Yeah, maybe one day, just not right now.
Okay. Well, it's something to think about. Either way. So am I keeping one of these dogs?
Did you want to?
You can. There are still 2 that are unnamed.
They are quite cute.
Do you want to?
Yes. No, I don't want to. I thought the girl that was living with you is going to have one.
Oh, I believe she
Rita.
was going to look after most of them, right? Oh,
I
right. she was
thought the
going to
arrangement
name
that
one.
she was going to name one. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, one it is then.
And I will name it Juan, because it's
Ah.
Juan it is.
Is that because you're only having one?
Yeah.
I
So-
punch Scrimshaw. No, I don't.
Well, fantastic. I never expected to have a dog handed to me, but here it is. It is quite cute, actually. Looking at it and looking into its soft eyes that aren't really open. So what am I supposed?
Get your way with words.
I'm supposed to feed it this goat milk, right? Are you taking this barrel of goat milk with you, or am I keeping it on the ship?
We'll take it with us, but you can keep like some of it. How much do you need? I guess an eighth, a seventh.
Yeah, just leave a bucket. I'm sure there's a bucket around here, right? I mean, it's going to go off soon anyway.
Yeah, when it's on the ship, how am I going to feed it? It can't just live off
can-
crackers.
Can they eat crackers and oranges and...
Maybe.
Well, it'll
Dog food?
catch rats, right? And then it'll eat the rats.
Perhaps-
Yeah,
if
it
only you
needs to
could
grow
get some
up a
sort
bit
of...
first.
If only you could get some kind of dried dog food material. Like in pellet form, perhaps.
Oh yeah, I think some merchants are actually selling some of that somewhere. So. I'll have a look. Maybe in Lavar. They always do weird stuff in Lavar with food.
Nice.
They probably tried to feed it to people and then realized that people didn't like it, so they ended up giving it to dogs.
Oh.
Well, either way, I bid you all farewell.
Alright,
Okay.
good to see you. Let
Yes.
us know if you need any... Well, I'm not sure how you'd let us know, but...
I have a sending stone that you gave me.
Oh, yes, you do.
That
yes.
I
Let us know.
literally just reached into my pocket and remembered. That Gideon gave me a sending stone.
Wait, so who has the other sending stone? Gideon?
No, you do somewhere. Maybe in Erstalwalt.
Oh. Okay. We'll have a look for that when we...
Yeah, that's probably the place to find it. Halcyon says, "Right, let's get going then."
Halcyon, you
let's go
haven't
too
haven't
much.
thrown away any random rocks laying about the place, have you?
Are they shiny?
Is it shiny?
Not really.
Why do they
Weston, could you
mine
maybe
sand
show the
ridges?
one that one? I assume it'll look similar.
It's probably in Gideon's room, right? If you had Gideon.
Well, I haven't really thrown anything away, so
Okay.
unless you wanted me to throw it away, but then you should have told me.
No, they're quite expensive.
Even better. Right. Well, are you gonna get your shield then, Scrimshaw?
Yes, let's head off.
Grimshaw
Okay.
really cares about protection.
Yeah, stay protected. All right, so you leave to Don Lucian's, who greets you, says, Scrimshaw, you are up bright and early today?
Yes, usually am. Any luck on procuring the shield?
Yes, I have exactly what you need. And he reaches behind the counter and takes out a sort of wooden box that is about the size of a shield and opens it up. Inside is a very nicely polished sort of shield of what seems like elven design. It's quite sleek. It looks very lightweight and made of a material which you can't quite place. Maybe, some sort of like elven way of forging.
Like
But
similar
it's
to mithril, maybe?
well, it's metal lined. It's not mithril. It might just be like how the actual shield was forged. It might still be with steel, but it's has sort of
Steel.
yeah, it's quite pretty. It has like sort of Damascus steel looking lines to it, and like. Well, this is it.
It does look nice. Thank you very much. We'll be sure to be back if we have any more needs of this kind.
Yes.
I'm sure we will.
Also, yes. I am just if you would like anything on credit, I might be able to set up payment plans
On credit.
on
Ooh.
credit.
I've never had credit before. I'm sure. I feel like if someone were to rate my ability to pay it off, then they wouldn't really have much to go on.
Well, good thing nobody does that.
Yeah, good deal. How would that work? Would that just be?
Well, you
Or
pay a
would it be-
deposit, and I give you the item, and then you pay me regularly until it's paid off. And if you don't pay me, then I hire mercenaries to take it back.
Oh.
Or get equal things of equal value.
Okay. Well. Right.
Plus
That'll be
interest,
a-
of course.
Ah, okay. That makes sense now. Well, maybe. Yeah. Yeah.
Of course.
Maybe in future, if the need arises. I think right now with with our line of work, income isn't as reliable as with a typical trade. So I think for now, maybe stick to just buying things outright.
Quick question. How many times have you sent mercenaries to people to take those things from them?
Why? I don't think it's in my interest to answer that question.
That is actually very wise. Thank you.
I hope you'd understand that we wouldn't necessarily trust your reputation unless you divulge some of that information. Can I try and persuade him?
Yeah, sure. Make a persuasion check. He says, well, you have to understand that in my line of work, very often there are people who will do everything they can to try and make off without payment. It is quite difficult to recover a lot of these artifacts that I sell if they were to go missing. So the interest rates and the interest rates have to be high enough for me to be able to try and recover them if I need to. So it's not a massive amount of time. People usually think very wisely before they take on credit.
Seems like a rather scrupulous activity to engage in. I wouldn't necessarily do it, but I could see the appeal.
Well, it was all the rage until quite recently. Now I'm only one of only a handful that still provides these services. But just know that any named artifact or weapon of your choice, you might be able to get your hands on for an agreement set in law.
What's this guy's name?
Don Lucian.
Oh, this is Don Mission. Okay, right.
How about several elder boxes? Could you possibly do that?
No.
Shit. Okay.
What
If
about-
I find a reliable way of acquiring elder boxes, then perhaps. But
There's I do have one question. A hammer. I don't know if you've heard of it. In Arak Atar.
should I have?
Well, I don't know. It's a weapon that I have a particular interest in, and would be rather interested in procuring it.
Well, if it's not on the market, it's going to be quite difficult. Arakatar is quite a distance, and I assume whoever owns that hammer is not interested in selling it. Otherwise, you already may have made the offer.
A pity.
But if you need anyone, I know mercenary organizations who might be able to help.
Kira raises an eyebrow. Go on.
Well, gangsters, mercenaries, sell swords, the like.
Well, I should follow up on this in due course. Thank you for your words, Don Lucian.
No worries. If you, well, yes, if you have any further questions, come ask me.
Thank you. Does anyone else have any business here? Garrett kind of looks at the party.
No, not me. I'm good to go.
Well, in that case, I think we might bid farewell.
Very well. Well, I split most of my time between here and VL, so you'll either catch me here or VL.
Very well.
Okay, see you
Good
around.
day.
Good day. And leaving his warehouse. The day is yours.
Let's go back to us. Well, that was the plan, right?
So get these the puppies and Halcyon back, and
Okay.
introduce the puppies to Rita, and then, well, what from there?
I'm just going to be for 20 seconds, so.
Could return to Thandir and murder all those evil fucking drow people.
I was thinking we could just take a break for a couple of weeks while we wait for Aaron and Illyriel to get back.
I mean,
Or
We could just go to the Elderbrain and kill it.
or we could visit the Spiderlands in the meantime.
I feel like that's going to take more than a month, right?
I don't know.
Do you have a circle?
I have one to
You don't have one to Arakatar. I know it's like a thing on the map, but
yeah, I don't have one to Arakatar, but I do have one to Dean, which isn't too far from there.
No.
About 150 miles as the crow flies, give or take.
Yeah, but no paths actually go that way. We'd have to go all the way around. In fact, no paths seem to go there.
yeah, it's all wilderness. So.
So what
all
is...
roads lead to Arakatar.
Huh?
All roads lead to Arakatar. Ignore me. It's a stupid thing.
Okay. Yeah, there's no roads there. If you look at the map... What? Is it, like, not a city?
No.
But
Despite
why-
The Spiderlands. It's because Halcyon says, "Well, I know quite a lot about local politics. The Spiderlands is a sort of mountain range that the dwarves of Shore Crow never go to. There's no roads because they've never made any roads to there.
I could
Because there's loads of
fear.
spiders there.
Spiders, in evil forces, dark, sort of brooding
Ooh.
enemies.
I could theoretically try to teleport us there.
What if we inquired with the rock of the mountain range? Frostbeard Bleak. I'm sure it's quite a distance for them, but we could always try.
Or perhaps we'd be able,
Good.
if we could procure some kind of object from something originating from Akatar, then we may be able to teleport there more reliably.
That sounds like a good idea. I do have the capacities to teleport us without need of a circle. I only really need some way of locking us there, and I basically need as much from there as I can possibly get to prevent us from winding up somewhere else, but I don't require a circle.
But what about getting out? We'd have no local knowledge of the place. Perhaps, maybe, we could try and procure an expert at the region, a druid, who might know the hidden paths of the region. And Gira kind of points to, I assume you have like a map on a table or something, to like Thurlow or Tricana, or that one to the east of it.
Oh, are you back in Astorwell then?
I
Yeah, we teleported back,
Okay.
didn't we?
yeah.
Okay.
I assume so.
All right. Well, yeah. I mean, you have a map of the local area, but yeah.
I just wonder how we'd manage to get out, or what we do once we arrived.
So
I mean, in
we're
terms
searching for
of
this
getting
hammer.
out, in terms of getting out, we always have teleportation. Like, we have your word of recall. We have. I mean, Chinook's teleport wouldn't be available for that day, but subsequent day, if we have time, then I have my circle. We have various means to escape if we need to.
Exactly.
Well, I suppose I just wonder if a little bit of local knowledge would be of benefit, but I will defer to the group's judgment. And Morna, Gira kind of turns, in answer to your question, if you recall, our celestial friend, what was it? Rocino, what was the name?
Sorry.
What was the name of this planar being?
Sorry.
Quarry, yeah. If you recall, Quarry mentioned that when I came into this plane, a hammer also joined the realm, and it landed, according to him, in the spider planes. And allegedly, the spiders began worshipping the hammer, which so happens to be near Arakatar. I believe he called it Adrixarak.
Rick, sorry.
Woman who has the hammer. Is that wrong? Where have I got?
Yeah, no, Jrixarak is the person who has it.
What's the name?
I put it in the chat.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you. No, okay. I did not have notes for it. I'm sure I've written this somewhere in my notes, but I cannot find it. Maybe I didn't.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. So
Jrixarak, the Spider Queen.
Very nice name.
okay. So so in terms of getting there, then. So we can either go to Dean and make our way from there on mostly foot. We could just attempt to teleport to Arakatar straight away, but that could be not the safest play.
The safest play tends not to be the one that, you know. Safest play doesn't tend to be the most rewarding, though.
Halcyon says, also, surely teleporting somewhere that you know nothing about and know nothing about the area and who's there, isn't that a bit risky?
I concur.
I mean,
Yeah,
everything
I
we
don't know
do
the-
is risky. Everything we do is risky. I mean,
Well, Chinook, what could happen if the teleport fails?
we could just wind somewhere completely. That we didn't intend to go to. We could wind up on the other side of the planet, for example.
I'm not talking just about if the teleportation spell goes wrong. What about if you just appear and you are not prepared for what might be there? Surely some scouting out would be better.
I think, yeah, going to Dean would probably be the best option. As much as I have PTSD from it from the last campaign, but Dean, yeah.
Pain.
I think when we get to Dean, we should try and locate, like you said, a scout, but also potentially a druid of some description, who may have some affinity to nature. After all, I assume spiders and a queen of spiders, well, they don't probably speak the common tongue. It would be best to have someone in our group.
Look at yourself, you're a talking dragon man! And I point at Scrimshaw, and he's a talking plank of wood and bone.
Perhaps.
I mean, most of us are talking bones, right?
Shut up! You get what
Yeah,
I mean!
you're a heap of talking flesh and skeleton.
This is what I mean, though. It's best not to assume what things can speak.
Okay. I think, yeah, maybe going to Dean and then traveling up to Tricana would Tricana? How do you say that?
Depends what language you're speaking.
All right, Tricana is probably the safest option. Then going up from there, just because there's the woods there and Arakatar is on that side. But we could just go.
I don't think we know, right? We'd have to go there and find out where the entrance would be. It might be that Thurlow or the one to the right of it is the better place to be.
Yeah, well, I think this might take us more than a couple of weeks to get there, right?
Indeed.
And if Valerial and Aaron are supposed to be coming back soon, in the next couple of weeks, right?
Well, some point in the next month, but don't know when.
Feel like it's gonna take us a lot longer to get there than a month, though.
Really?
If it's-
I mean, it's not that far.
Not if we teleport.
Yeah, but it's still like if we go up to Tricana and then down into Arakatar, then it'll be it's like 400, almost 500 miles by the time we actually.
Yeah,
do
that's 2 weeks of walking,
Well,
assuming you're going 30 miles a day.
Then we don't go via Tricana. We just go straight there. It's only about 200.
What?
Yeah.
So you just. Okay. So that's what, a week of walking. But some of it's going to be up a mountain, so that's going to take longer than a week to get up the mountain, right?
If we find
Remember, we
someone
don't
who
need-
potentially can go through the countryside and the forest quicker than we can. Recall our dear friend. Mind blank. I'm really bad at this. I'm so
Ah,
sorry.
no.
Oh no.
Arnax. Sorry, it's my old age.
Wait, how did I know that name?
Yeah, that may be helpful.
From your conversations with the party when you joined them.
Yeah, when you've got it written down for your books.
Oh, yes, I forget. I write down literally everything.
So
I do appreciate you offering to come and assist. I've been told it might unlock some memories that might be of some use.
Ooh, memories.
and
What kind of memories?
Well, no, I haven't really told you this, but I don't really remember much past a certain point.
A mysterious backstory. Wow. Okay. So, why are these spiders worshipping this hammer? It's not like they haven't seen other hammers, right?
Are you suggesting we
I
just
have
make a switch?
no answer for you on that one.
But like that, it's got to be a special hammer.
Well, I assume it's like a war hammer, right? Not just a put in tent pegs hammer.
That's not what I mean. Like, it's got to be like some kind of magical hammer.
But yeah, it's got
Oh,
his
of course.
memories in it.
I mean, more than that, it's not like a certain old Dragonborn's memories are going to be particularly useful to a Spider Queen.
You don't know that. Maybe they were married and then that's what she got in the divorce.
I mean,
No,
if Gira
No, this is canon now. Kira was married to a Spider Queen.
Gira looks
gets
quite visually saddened when Sonic says that.
Gira gets his powers from the storm. Maybe this hammer grants some powers from the storm as well.
Maybe the hammer is the storm.
No, because we've seen storms elsewhere.
Maybe it's part. No, but Gira's when Gira mentions the storm, he mentions this very specific storm. Not storms in general.
That's
I thought it was more of an abstract concept.
Yes, it is more of an abstract concept.
But
Don't
you
act.
talk to it.
I can talk to an abstract concept, can't I?
I mean, yes, but it talks back abstract things. Abstract things.
House
Should I
says, I'm gonna go make a cup of tea.
Shonik just kind of starts pacing
Shonak,
furiously,
Shonak,
just
Shonak.
repeating abstract concept, abstract concept, abstract
Shonak.
concept.
Pause for a moment, and I want you to use your senses for a moment, my dear friend. And Gira kind of like courses a bit of lightning out, try and kind of make the air slightly tingly from his kind of breath.
Okay.
Shonak, what do you feel in the air around you right now?
I'm feeling very tingly.
Yes. What is that tingly sensation made of? What does it feel?
It
Up and tingly.
feels like tingly.
Right? But it's the same feeling, right? Wherever you go in the world, and if you were to feel this sensation of energy, it would be somewhat similar, depending on, obviously, how much you're exposed to. And that's what it means when I say the storm. It is an energy that courses through the universe. It is everywhere and nowhere. It comes and it goes, but it's always there somewhere.
You know what? That actually makes a lot of sense. As someone from the Feywild, when something is extremely contradictory, that's when it usually makes the most sense.
I am glad. It is the most powerful force. No, I'm joking. Don't tell the storm I said that.
I mean, if it's an abstract concept that is both everywhere and nowhere, I'm pretty sure it heard you.
Gira kind of just like, yeah, I don't think he really gives much of a crap about it, but
But the point, or maybe it's, I don't know, maybe this abstract concept or energy, whatever, maybe it at the least cut off a part of itself and it manifests in this hammer. Like, what if it is part of the storm?
Now,
Rather
Shonik,
than-
you are asking too many questions now for this old dragonborn. Come, join me.
I'm
for
not
a-
asking you specifically, I'm
drink.
just kind of brainstorming here.
Well, you have fun brainstorming. I'm just
Brainstorm.
going to follow my nose. It's usually done me best.
So, to Dean?
Yes,
Yes.
I would
Okay,
like that.
Okay. I'm
Uh,
gonna go
perhaps
and
if
give
we-
Hels.
Yeah, perhaps if we drop these puppies off with Rita first.
Yeah, go and see Rita and give her the puppies and say she can name one.
Okay, she comes out. She rushes over and gives you a hug.
Hi.
Honor.
Yeah, how are you?
How? Puppies?
Yeah, we've got a present for you. We found this box of puppies, and there's 7 here, and only 6 of them have names, so we thought you could name the 6th one and then look after them.
Mm.
Yeah,
Is it a boy or a girl?
Is it a boy or a girl? Oh my god.
Your choice.
Okay, it's a girl.
I am going to name it Taman.
That's up to you. I'm sure she will love that she's named after you named a dog after her.
She won't find that offensive, will she?
No,
No,
no.
I'm sure it'll be
When you
fine.
see her, though, you should remind her at every single possible situation you can.
No, I'm sure she'll like it.
Yes, that's exactly the way you should do it.
So
And,
far, they're called Pinky, Jellybean, Ritsock, Vondel, and Declan.
and
I
Mary.
named Jellybean. And Mary. No, that's... Wait. Oh, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to name this one Taman.
Okay.
And if she doesn't like it, well, too bad.
Fucker. I mean,
What does that mean?
too bad.
I'm gonna hit him. Hit him in the foot. Shut up.
Stunning strike.
Like, what did you just say, Rita? Right, go to your room.
Chaos.
Takes Taman off with her.
Okay, well, we're off, but it was nice to see you, Halcyon. And yeah, we're on the way to Dean. Never been there before.
Oh,
Mm.
it's lovely. It's a bit militaristic for my liking, but it's fine. Just don't get on the wrong side of the law and you'll be okay.
Yeah,
We're gonna get on the wrong side of the law, aren't we?
Halcyon, where's that cart? I recalled we had a cart around here somewhere.
What? Yeah, it's by the stables.
And are there any horses in the stables other than Clive?
No, there's just Clive.
Ah, very well. Well, Roxon and Shonak, you can pull it. I'll get cozy in the back.
I'm not
Teleport
100%
a whole
sure we're able
cart.
to teleport it through to bring it through the circle.
we could just get a cart and some horses when we're there, or maybe hire someone to take us from Dean to whatever town this is here.
I'd prefer we do it as soon as possible. Oh, wait, are we going directly? Are we teleporting to Dean or are we walking to Dean?
Oh, we're
Teleporting.
teleporting to Dean.
Ah, okay. Oh, you know me then. That's fine. When we get there, I would like to get a cart as soon as possible, please. I'm afraid my joints won't quite make that journey.
Yeah, that's fine. I think that's what the plan is anyway. Or we could all just no. Yeah, we'll just hire someone to take us as close as we can go and then walk, right?
Yeah, I mean they may
Yes.
be able to get us at least to the river.
Mhm.
Don't know
Ah.
what there is in terms of crossings. Well, I mean we could fly the horses across somehow.
I mean, I
Probably.
expect once we get to about here, we're going to have to give the horses up and walk through the forest. It's a forest, right?
Yeah, it's quite a thick jungle.
That's what the dark green bits mean, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. That's what I assumed. Yeah.
Might also be worth getting some anti kind of venom or poison medicine from Dean. I don't know a lot about spiders, but from what I do, sometimes they can be a little tricky. Anyway,
Nasty. No matter which plane you're on, spiders are always nasty.
let's track. Let us go our way. Who is teleporting us to Dean?
Oh, I believe that'll be me. Unless you want to do the honors, Shinnok.
I mean, I can.
You have teleportation circle?
I mean, I have regular old teleport, which doesn't
Can you-
require a circle.
Yeah, but can you teleport?
It
To
can
Dean
also
without
it can
it?
also take us to the circle without spending components.
That's.
Ah, okay.
However, I also have another spell which would be able to grant us significant amounts of shelter without need of an inn.
Great. Are we just all telling each other what spells we have? Because I can
No.
do.
I can do either that or the teleport is what I mean.
Right. Okay. Well, Scrimshaw, why don't you just teleport us and? Wait. Hold on. How much is it to teleport? 50 silver.
It's about 50 gold.
Oh.
It
Damn,
is.
you've
It's
been
not
fronting
a.
the cost.
Yeah, it's not a cheap thing to do.
I throw Scrimshaw 50 gold.
Okay.
Uh,
Let's.
Expensive Uber. Well,
All right, I'll start drawing the circle out. Look it up in the book that I've got.
It was lovely to see you, Halcyon. Take it easy.
Yeah, sorry we traumatized you with significant amounts of animal cruelty.
well, I can deal with that. I've seen worse.
Okay, not
I don't
asking-
wanna know
not-
about
definitely
that.
not asking
Well,
for a
I've seen.
follow-up on that.
Hey, you wants to talk. The worst thing you've ever seen is a killer whale suspended in a cage for an hour before harmlessly swimming away. That's what I thought. Don't throw stones in glass houses, all of you. Right. Well, I hope the adventure goes swimmingly and you get your memories back, Gira.
Thank you. I hope so too.
What if Gira gets his memories back and he turns out to be completely fucking evil?
Yeah. What happens if he gets his memories back and he's really mean?
Well, then we'll just kill him. All right,
Oh, okay.
the circle's ready, everyone. Gareth, you want to go through?
Very well, here I go.
Yeah, elders first. Actually, I think we're about the same age, possibly.
I mean, technically, I was probably. Wait, was I born before Gira? I was born quite a while ago. Gira, you go first.
Time flies in the Feywild.
In the Flaywild,
The
we always ask him.
Feywild, yeah. That's
So-
going to be my next campaign.
Oh god.
Like a twisted, kind of version of the Feywild.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, let's Gira goes through.
Okay, so you all are whisked away on the teleportation circle, but a bumpy ride for a circle that Scrimshaw has never used before. But you appear in the Grand Plaza of Dean, quite well off district, where as you a bamf out of nowhere, you appear right in the middle of a raging market, which is going on. Silhouetted by the Grand Colosseum that's
I was gonna ask the Colosseums.
the Grand Colosseum that is in the center of the city, right by the palace, the Baron's Palace. As you look around, people just sort of turn their heads and notice that you've appeared and then go back to their business, buying and selling various spices, tapestries, nice smelling things, soaps. as a couple of guards approach, one with a sort of clipboard. Names and reason for visiting.
Hi, I'm Morna, and we are the Clive Five. This one's Scrimshaw, that one's Garrett, that one's Schnook, and that one is Roxon. And we're planning on traveling north, but this is the closest teleportation circle we had, so we've come here first.
You're passing through.
Mhm.
Right, you will be assigned a guard escort out of the city.
Okay, perfect. Thank
Oh.
you.
Would we be able to peruse your market before we leave?
You do anything in the city, you'll have to pay the tariff of entering the city.
That's just
How much is the tariff?
It's only 10
10 gold each.
for using the teleportation circle.
Oof. Let's just pass through.
More.
Supplies.
Yeah, all right. Well, why don't one person stay back for supplies and everyone else pass through?
I can get some supplies. What do we need?
Some anti-venom.
It's all of you or none of you, I'm afraid.
All right. Fine. I'll pay the gold for me.
Unfortunately, it's the law. If you use the teleportation circle to visit the city, you have to pay the tariff. If you're just using it to pass through, then you don't have to pay.
All right. 10 gold
Makes
each.
sense. I suppose the idea is that if someone can afford to use the circle, they can afford to pay the tax. Am I wrong?
Yes, it's for the upkeep of the city and the guard, and and
Very
for
well.
Baron, of course.
Yeah. And circles
very
are
well.
expensive too. All right, thank you. Sorry, Mona, did you pay for all of us, or?
No.
Okay, I'll
I don't pay
hand
for-
my
I've paid mine.
over as well then.
All right, I'll take it off Roxton's as well.
I paid for the war room, guys. I'm not paying everything for you.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
You fight with your fists. You barely need anything.
I so very rarely touch the character sheets on Roll20 that I didn't know how to change the gold for a second. All right. Well, okay. So the guard says, here is your visa of entry to the city. Just keep this on you at any time, and don't cause a fuss.
Okay. Thanks.
Promise.
Right. Shall we go and find a potion store? I guess.
Potion seller. Fine.
I am going into battle and I require your strongest potions.
I don't know where that's from.
Oh no.
It's a very old reference.
Yeah.
Viral YouTube thing. All right. Well. Okay. So, are you looking for a magic shop in particular, or just looking around?
Some kind of herbalist or something, right?
Okay. There is a shop just off the main market called Botanica Magica.
That might be where
Okay.
we want to go.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you enter the city, you enter the shop. The doorbell sort of tinkles as you enter. You get like a strong smell of herbs like boiling, like almost incensey, with like a smell of almost like licorice, like an anise type smell in there somewhere.
Ooh.
That sort of hits the back of your throat and is really quite strong as you enter.
Like lush.
The
This
person
is
sat,
nothing like the hags back in the Feywild.
the person at the back of the store sort of like shouts, "Be with you in a minute." But that's from behind like a curtain that is obviously he's boiling something in the back. But on the shelves, there's a whole bunch of different potions which are lined up. Pretty much any potion that you can imagine.
They have a potion of speed.
Speed, you say? A potion of speed,
Mm.
as in like the spell.
As in, it gives you haste.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
gives you a haste spell.
That might be something you need to ask. But
Yeah, I was just looking, just browsing.
Yeah, like pretty much the main ones are all on the front, but in the back it does say like ask for if you want any more.
Okay. Do they have any more of the ones that Scrimshaw had with the spell slot thing? Because that could be quite useful to get again.
Mana potion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's no options.
They are
And
quite expensive, but if anyone
would it not
did
be
want to keep
useful
one,
to just have one?
I kind of nerfed them. they're a bit more expensive.
I guess. Well, I'm immune to poison, so I don't really need an anti-venom potion.
We would like to buy some anti-venom potions.
Yeah.
Very well, the person says from behind the curtain, coming out. Their face is like sort of almost blackened with soot as they like pull off their goggles and just reveal their like sort of rings of untouched skin that hasn't been covered in soot. Well, as you see, I've had a little bit of an accident, so let me just clear myself off and I'll be right out with you.
Okay, thank you.
What a peculiar shop. Gira kind of. What kind of potions are in this shop? Like, I mean, if you describe it a little bit.
Potion of gaseous form on the side. On there's like a thing there's like a whole bunch of different colored potions, in different colored vials, on like road, like on cabinets, behind panes of glass. They've got handwritten things by them. So it says potion of gaseous form, potion of resistance, potion of animal friendship, potion of water breathing, potion of mind reading, potion of invisibility, potion of heroism, etc., etc. Yeah, goes on. Potion of poison, potion of fire breath, potion of greater healing, potion of healing, potion of superior healing, potion of flying.
My Mourner, have you ever used a potion of poison before? Sounds rather fun.
Potion of poison.
Are there any hallucinatory potions nearby?
Yeah, not to be confused with potion of poison resistance.
Clairvoyance.
Potion of clairvoyance.
Potion of clairvoyance.
Oh, you could talk to Vondor and return his sword to his parents.
Well, we might
I'm more just looking for a fun time.
actually.
Okay,
Well,
Potion of invulnerability.
Potion of invulnerability. How much is that one?
The price written is 3,840 gold.
Jeez, that's expensive, but I guess it would be expensive for invulnerability.
Do they have a potion of giant size?
Isn't it
There
potion
is-
of growth?
So yeah, there's a potion of growth. 270 gold.
Could be useful for Roxon if he wants to wrestle anything big.
Is there a potion of Summon Gira's magical hammer nearby?
Think you can find that one.
Shit.
what about like kind of anti-paralysis?
Ooh.
Yeah, the potion seller comes out from behind the curtain and says, "Right, well," like wiping his face with a wet cloth. He says, "Very nice to meet you all. Are
Yes.
you planning on buying anything?"
Yes.
Well-
He's now that he's wiped off all his makeup, soot. You see that he is a half elf who has quite long hair tied up at the back of his head in a bun. Looks fairly young, maybe about 30. Wearing a sort of apron and gloves. Just taking the gloves off and putting them on the chair to his side. I'm Ilinus Kievan. This is my shop.
Okay. Great. Thanks. Yeah, we were gonna get anti-venom if you have such a thing, or potion of
Also,
anti-venom. venom
Also
resistant.
also anti-paralysis.
Yeah, well, okay. The thing about anti-venom is that usually for me to synthesize an anti-venom, I need to know what type of venom that it is that you're trying to
We're going
counter.
to the spider land, so we need something for spider venom.
You understand that there's a lot of different types of spider venom. If you
Okay.
could get me a sample of something that you want me to create an anti-venom for, I could do that.
Have you ever made one? Okay, are there, do you know what? I don't know. What about the
There's-
paralysis one?
There's nothing more
Freedom of movement.
generalist.
I could do one that gives you the effects of freedom of movement, of course.
Okay, how much is that?
Let me consult my diary. I could do it for 500 gold pieces.
Could be beneficial.
Yeah, well, we need 4, right?
I mean,
Necessarily.
I can already cast the spell.
What level spell is it?
4th.
Maybe we get one.
Could do.
Okay. Well, I
Should we all
just
chip in for it, or is one of us paying for it?
feel like
uh,
we can't. What, are you gonna, like, pour it in the paralyzed dwarfs? They're paralyzed with their mouths shut.
Can you not open the mouth?
I feel like paralysis is like. I don't know. No, tried it. Why don't someone hold person rocks on and then we'll see if we can open his mouth.
Last old person on Roxor.
I do not consent to this.
He hates
Okay.
an old person.
Maybe not.
Alright, I think we should get 2.
Okay.
That will be 1,000 gold pieces. Is there anything else you're eyeing up?
No, I think that's it, thanks.
Deals on bulk purchases.
Okay, what's the deal on this one then?
I will give you 20% off if you buy 5. I will up that to 30% off if you buy 10.
That's okay, we only need the 2.
I
About
mean,
healing
I could do with some healing potions, actually. I don't have any on me.
I actually got 4. I never use them, so I just buy them whenever we go to a shop.
Yes, but I would like some.
What about a potion of longevity? I'm trying to find someone that would be very interested in such a potion.
Longevity in which regard?
Long life.
Ooh.
It will reduce your age. It's an anti-aging potion.
Kira?
What are you trying to say?
But you're
Well-
fucking ancient, you fossil.
You're very old and you find it hard to walk. Maybe if you took this potion, you'd have better legs. Would he have better legs again?
Don't be preposterous. I don't need a potion of longevity. I'm perfectly fine.
Well,
Oh,
how
okay.
many years was this take off a person's age?
In my limited trials of such a potion, I have not found anyone who has a decreased in age more than 13 years.
I mean, 13 years would be a drip in the bucket, right?
But then again, you could buy 2.
I think 26 years would still be a drop in the bucket.
I mean, I think I'm about 28, so I'd be 2.
Oh, for you?
Don't-
Yeah. But
Don't buy,
for
don't buy them
Kira.
and prank me, guys.
Just out of interest, how much would they cost?
Well, I am selling this particular potion of longevity for 9,000 gold pieces.
Oh, no, we don't have that amount of gold on us.
you imagine like just like getting the big bad of a campaign, like tying him down and just feeding them like 10 bottles of longevity potion longevity?
Well, the big bad of the campaign is a baby.
Yes, literally.
Also,
This
like,
is just
And then-
Sky
and then-
High.
Benjamin
yeah,
Button.
I
Button.
was thinking that.
And then give them to an orphanage or something and just see what happens.
Hi, what a fucking.
Wait, how did you just guess Severion's backstory?
Yeah. Well, he says, yes, of course. If you, I mean, I am actually paying people for clinical trials of such a potion as well.
What are you paying?
Well, I'm paying. I would pay you,
Oh.
but it would be a very small dose. It would not be the full dose.
I'll give it a shot.
You like weird things. Yeah, why don't you try it?
I'll give it a shot.
Ah, very well.
God, I love it.
For to be absolutely clear, this potion has a, from what I found, about a 10% or so chance that you might instead age a little bit. I hope that is understandable.
Maybe steer clear, Gira. That could kill you.
On. Yeah, go on. Fuck it. I'll just find a cleric or something.
Yeah, he reaches behind the counter and brings out a big chest, which has like a combination lock on it. He does the lock and he opens it up, and there's this small vial in there. He takes out a sort of little cup and just pours a drop in there. He says, "Take this and tell me how you feel."
I'm down the shit.
The one drop.
Yep. I down it. I chug it. I spent a solid armor drink. No, I don't.
Not gonna
roll-
mix it with a pint of water and make it a homeopathic potion of longevity.
Yeah. It makes it more strong, more water you add, right?
Yeah.
I throw some amethyst in there, so maybe it'll cleanse my chakras.
Oh, fair enough. I mean, Morna's a monk, so she can do that.
Exactly.
So, all right. Well, in that case, roll me a D100.
100.
This isn't for how many years of age by. Okay. And now, roll me a D6.
Slash 1d6. 2.
Okay. You feel funny. Your gut rumbles a little bit. And then, like one wrinkle sort of disappears off your face. Well, seems
Oh
to
my
have.
god, you look so much younger.
It was only a small dose, of course.
Kira kind of cranes his neck in, and his eyes go very close to Shonak, kind of just like completely ignoring his personal space. Just like, I see no difference at all.
Well, you can hardly see, so.
Where are you?
Well, it seems that this particular potion is a lot safer than the last batch.
What happened to the people who took the last batch?
Oh, they're okay.
Okay.
Insight check.
More insight check.
Okay. I got.
They were-
Okay. They were fine.
They were
Yes, I totally believe you. They were 100% fine.
Well, I think that worked spiffingly. Here's your payment. It gives you 1 gold piece.
Thanks.
Okay, right, so how much do we owe for these two things? 1,000 gold, right? That's what?
1,000 gold, unless you wanted to buy healing potions as well. I obviously do bulk discounts on all potions, but the more expensive, the better deal you're going to get, of course.
Mm-hmm. Jeanette, how many health potions did you want?
I could do with a couple of regular ones.
What about
Yeah.
potions of supreme healing?
How about potions of regular healing?
Well, okay. 50 gold each.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll get 2.
Okay. So in total, that would be 1,100 gold pieces, please.
Okay, I'll give my 200 gold for the 2.
I'm afraid it's going to have to be in platinum. I hope that's okay.
I'll pay
What?
for my healing potions.
I paid 200. Is that okay? Or do you know?
Mhm.
Do we need more? Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
so there's 5 of us, so
Yep.
that works out right.
Oh.
Yeah.
So everyone's paying 200.
Hey, Lonus, I have a question for you. We are in the business of looking for a guide to help us navigate the Spiderlands to the north. In your time as a herbalist, have you come across any particularly impressive scouts or druids who might be of sound mind and quick reasoning?
To the Spiderlands, eh? Well, when you get to the town of what's it called? Thurum, which is that one. He says there are a guild of rangers named the Bone Cloaks. They will, for a price, guide you through to the Spiderlands. Of course, they are not going to step foot in the Spiderlands. It is a cursed land for the dwarves.
Okay.
Thank you very much. That's very helpful.
Yes.
But in that case, that information is free, of course. We get many people traveling through here.
Any to the Spiderlands?
No, just from Shawcrow. Shawcrow into the Empire generally.
Sorry,
Just
what was
add
the
a
name of that
character
town?
for a second. Every time you mention Shaw Crow, my brain just comes up with this weird image of like coleslaw. I don't know why. It's
The town's called Thurum.
No. Hey guys, do you want to go and see when the next fight in the Colosseum is?
no.
But we
They
can
have a
fight.
Colosseum here.
Yeah, there's
I
a
thought-
massive Colosseum.
I thought you were the one that was worried about this trip taking too long, and now you want to go
Yeah.
go
Yeah. Right.
watch the Colosseum. I'm not saying I'm not down, but
No, I was just gonna see, like, if it was today, then maybe we could, have a go. But okay, whatever. Let's go. Let's carry on. So the stables, I guess. Hire a carriage.
One more thing, and Gira turns to Ellis. You didn't hear any of this, and Gira casts Modify Memory.
oh god.
He's going to counterspell you.
Fuck!
I'm gonna counterspell his counterspell.
Okay. All right. All of you. In that case,
Oh.
all of you make a what is it? Wisdom saving throw, because he has a what's it called? An enchanted thing in his house, in his shop.
Wisdom save,
Don't make a
20.
fuss, they say.
We have to do one for Roxanne as well.
Do you want me to do it? Let me get a sheet. Come on,
Roxanne,
Roxanne.
age is 20 years.
Alright, you've done it. Okay.
Let's take
well,
Max. It's probably still not
yeah.
enough.
Okay, Roxanne immediately freezes up. So what level counterspell are you doing, Chinook?
Level 4.
His was level 5, so you need to roll.
Okay, what do I roll?
Roll a d20 and add your charisma. Is that right?
And
Do you have
half
a
your
profici-
proficiency.
Yeah.
Is it proficiency for counterspell as well?
Jack of all trades, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, at level 4. Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, no, it's not gonna.
Okay,
You just gotta roll a d20.
1d20 plus
7?
Well, proficiency is plus
I don't know if Jack
5.
of
My
all trades
charisma is
rounds
5.
up.
My charisma is 5. Proficiency is 5.
Yeah,
So I-
so +7.
Plus
I don't know if
7.
Jack of all trades is one of the things that rounds up or not. But I guess with that, it doesn't matter.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. You managed to counterspell his. As he steps back, yeah, your modify memory shoots off. Actually, modify memory is hang on.
It's a wisdom's
Wisdom saving throw.
yeah.
Okay. Let's have a look. Okay, he fails.
The save is 18. Okay. It's just basically to kind of like, we didn't ask that question, so that he wouldn't know we're going to Spiderland, and also kind of like slightly blurring up our identities if we gave our names.
You're doing that for a minute, right?
Sure.
As you get towards the end of casting Modify Memory, you hear guards rushing down the street.
Oh, fuck.
What have you
But
done?
Roxon is still paralyzed, by the way.
Okay, are we gonna have to use a
Teleport us
potion
out.
on him?
Teleport us out of here.
Is he willing
sure.
though? Would he be willing?
Why would you cast the spell?
Roxon is paralyzed.
Alright, well, we already have these potions, right? Should I just pour one of these potions in his mouth?
Sure.
So he's freedom of movement. I'll do
Chinook,
that.
Chinook,
as
just
quick as
get us out
possible.
of here. Just get it out. Just get us out.
Well, no, because they know that we're here. Okay.
Guards burst through the door and say, "Stop, enemies of the law!" Roll initiative, I guess. Actually, let's go to break. Let's have a break.
Why?
Do you wanna...
Why?
You cast a spell!
I didn't know it was going to cause the whole of the world. I
I'm
didn't know
gonna-
Mike was going to
okay.
do that.
Okay, I'm gonna.
He's a shop.
put it
He's a
in the waiting room.
shopkeeper in a very expensive part of town. Yay, we're back. Right. Well, then, just before the break, in a fit of senile delirium, Gira cast Modify Memory on the shopkeeper. You managed to finish the Modify Memory, so the shopkeeper doesn't quite know what's going on at the moment, as he is still in the haze of being his memory had been modified. But
You should have made him think that he cast the spell by accident.
There was a
the
mishap
guards
in the potion or
broke
something.
in the act, just in the middle of the act of watching Roxxon sort of paralyzed, and you all crowded around the shopkeeper with Gira having his hands on him. So they shouted, "Stop enemies of the law!" It's time to roll initiative, everyone. I think.
I can't see my count. I won't be able to counter.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, just
Is
roll,
that right?
just roll it, and I can count you in. That's fine.
Nice, 0.
Gira, Morna, Scrimshaw, Roxxon, Gothric.
Gothric?
No. Gothric is not here. A turn. Right, Shinnok got 15. Morna got 12. Skirmisher got 2. Gira got 0. And Roxxon. Bam bam ba bam 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 ba bam ba da ba dum. Oh, natural 20 on his paralysis.
Do you want me to do Roxxon?
Just did it.
I didn't realize we were like Power
Do-
Ranger
hold
fighting.
him.
We're all mechs, like big mechs.
Yeah, you're massive. Oh! Yeah, it's just for the sake of it.
Yeah.
Alright, so first off the bat then is Roxxon, who is currently racked with paralysis. Right, then the guards, they move up and they shout, "Drop your weapons!" And go to grapple Scrimshaw. Can you make a dexterity saving throw? Or, yeah, dexterity. No,
Acrobatics, athletics.
Yeah, athletics or acrobatics.
15.
Okay. Okay, they got a natural 20 on. One of them got a natural 20. One of them is going to try and grapple Shinnok. So can you make one? And he's going to grapple Morna.
I can't theoretically cutting
very
words
good.
him, right?
What the fuck? I have just got another natural 20. Right, Morna, that's a fail. What did you say, Shinnok?
I'm gonna want to cutting words this guy.
Okay,
No,
it's not your turn yet.
I can do it as a reaction.
Oh, okay.
Cutting words, you learn how to use your wit to distract, confuse, and otherwise sap the confidence and competence of others. When a creature that you can see within 60 feet of you makes an attack roll, an ability check, or a damage roll, you can use your reaction to expend one of your uses of Bardic Inspiration. Roll it, subtract the number rolled from the creature's roll.
So you're going to cutting words the person who's trying to grapple you.
Yeah.
What are you going to say?
Unhand me, you tripe, you buffoon!
Wow, Experian. All right, well, can you roll a acrobatics or athletics, please?
Okay. Acrobatics it is. 13.
That succeeds. So you managed. He rolled a 7 anyway, so even without cutting words, it wouldn't have mattered. All right, so the two guards currently have Scrimshaw and Morna in a bind, and the third guard is grappling, trying to grab Shinnok. As you hear down the street more guards rushing. Shinnok.
How close are the rest of my friends to me?
Just a few feet away.
Can I just grab them all and cast teleport away from town?
You don't have to touch to use teleport.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you do, don't you? But it's fine. They're all within range.
I'm just gonna teleport us all, like...
With the two guards.
Fine. It's fine.
I don't think you have to do them as well, right? You choose.
Yeah, you don't have to. You can if you
Yeah,
want.
just us.
Maybe we should,
No.
because they're the only ones that know.
Oh god.
Oh no, this is so hard. No,
Clean them up, modify memory. It was them who did the spells.
no, I'm gonna teleport us out a fair bit away from Dean, in the general direction of Arakatar.
So you have absolutely no idea where you're directing.
North.
Now, north.
Okay.
Sorry, how far did you say?
Throom, actually. Throom.
I'm gonna teleport in the general direction of Thurin.
Yeah.
Description then. So roll me a d100.
Hang on. /100.
2 on target.
Nice.
Okay, so in a flash you disappear. And you appear in Thurum. All of you shook. Roxon still paralyzed. But there's no circle in Thurum, so you just sort of appear like just outside of the main town, in the distance, on a hill, like by a bunch of trees, and you look down, and there's carts coming in and out of the town. It's fairly small, in the middle of the woods, like in a clearing in the woods, as the road splits in three. You see a number of dwarfs sat by the main gate of the town. That seem to have noticed you teleport into the woods, and as you appear, the sort of bang that causes you to collapse to the ground causes a whole flock of birds to just rise from the trees.
Okay, we're gonna stand up and say, well, we can never go back there.
What was that?
I
I thought the goal was to not make a fuss, not... Why violence?
must profusely apologize. I had no intention of inciting violence. I'd just slightly misjudged the caliber of people we were dealing with.
Yeah, we already told the guards when we arrived that we were heading to Arakatar, right? So, they already knew where we were going. Were you gonna go and modify memory the entire guard?
In my defense, I didn't hear you say that.
Well,
Yeah, that's a pretty big oopsie. Is there anything we can do about it now, aside from, like Mona said, go back to there and modify memory everyone that we've spoken to, and everyone that they might have spoken to, and everyone that they might have spoken to by the time we get there?
It's called damage control, Richard.
Yeah.
Well,
We could just cast Fireball multiple times and just.
We're not burning down Dean. We're not wiping a city out. We're not wiping out a city to save.
it's
Save what?
basically just save face, right?
Yeah.
It's a joke. I wouldn't ever burn down an entire city again.
Okay. I'm just not gonna ask any questions about that.
Right.
We did help Gothric
Well-
burn down a city, so I feel like we can't really talk.
Well, I suppose we should probably do whatever it is we're doing here fairly quickly then, and get ourselves moving
Bone
north.
cloaks.
Yeah, let's find these bone cloaks. Get
Oh,
some. Get
You're not
some...
in you're not in the Free Cities anymore. You're in Shulkrow now. The Baron has no jurisdiction here.
All right, so there'd be no one coming north from Dean.
Not unless they hire some sort of assassin, but probably not.
Yeah,
What's the
tends
time
not to be
looking
an action
like?
Of guards.
It's still pretty much midday.
Alright. Sorry, who's got the potions in their inventory? Otherwise I'll just add the 2 to mine and then I'll just add the 2 to mine.
Right. Well, shall we?
Roxon is still paralyzed.
Yeah.
How long has
So-
it been at this stage?
About 5 minutes.
I flick him in the nose.
Oh, does he not make saves? Damn it. Kira, can you paralyze him?
Wait,
Restore-
not yet, not yet. Do we have any paints?
Are you gonna? Yeah, I've got my forgery kit. Are you gonna draw a mustache on him?
I'm gonna draw a mustache. I'm gonna make him look pretty with like disguise kits and like whatever. I want to like spruce him up a little, give him a nice little makeover.
You know,
Okay.
if he tries to beat you up when he gets unparalyzed, then I'm not holding him back.
That's fine. That's fine.
I might
just a
even put you both
mustache.
in the cage.
Maybe just a mustache. We don't need to do anything else. I think mustache is good enough.
I'll give him a mustache then.
Nice.
But it's a very curly, villainous mustache.
I'm sure it is. Okay, let's head into the town then.
Gira hobbles up and casts Lesser Restoration on Roxon.
That's fine. Roxon sort of immediately sort of slackens and shakes off his muscles. Oh, what just happened?
You don't want to know. But
Okay.
we're not in the shop anymore.
Okay, I won't ask any more then.
Mustache. Yeah. we
what
find the
did you
bone-
just say to me?
We
Nothing.
find the bone
Nothing.
clothes.
We must dash.
All right, so but bone cloaks then.
The bone cloaks.
Okay.
Dude.
They've got a very funny name. Are the cloaks made of bones? Is it a euphemism by chance?
Suppose
It's
we'll
probably
find
a
out.
cloak's made of bones.
That sounds very impractical.
Maybe just the brim at the top that kind of keeps it onto your
Oh, that
shoulders.
would make sense. See, if they were like trying to be rangers and sneaking around, then the bones would just rattle all the time. That would just be terrible.
Or they're just so terrifying that it scares everyone off.
Mhm.
That works. That does work. Thank you, disembodied voice.
You're welcome. You hearing voices? So in Thurum, the main wall of the town sort of has a few guards outside. Standard dwarves wearing fairly shoddy sort of leather armor. Go up and enter the town.
Sure.
Okay, the dwarves just wave you through. They're not really too fast. The main street is fairly small. There's only a few shops, a couple of houses on the main street, and then sort of goes off further to more residential areas. But there's a fairly large travellers' inn in the centre.
Okay, let's head there.
Okay. Yeah. Head to the inn and
All right, so
Pass around.
heading into the inn, you notice that it's fairly quiet. A couple of merchants sat in the far corner. The bartender, a sort of stout, burly dwarf, just waves you over. Well, more travellers. What can I do for you?
Hi, we're looking for the bone cloaks.
The bone cloaks.
Yep.
What business do you have with them?
We want to go to the Spiderlands,
Mm.
and we were wondering if they could give us some tips.
I see. I think that that is a bad idea.
oh, almost
well-
certainly. But
Yeah.
regardless, that hasn't stopped us before.
We are actually rather stupid. We do that. We do terrible decisions all the time.
If you go over to the table in the back, I'll bring them through in a bit.
Cool, thanks.
Alright, thank you very much.
By the way, everyone, I feel like we should shorten the Bone Cloak's name all of the time just to save time. We should call them the Blokes.
You're gonna say that.
Rather convenient, but I think it might cause a bit of offence.
I'm sure they get called Blokes all the time.
Yeah. Plus, what if they're? I mean, what if there's women there?
What if we shorten it to
Yes.
Bolokes instead?
And that's the same number of syllables. Syllables. Sorry.
Maybe
English
a
is
stroke.
I
hard.
think
Sorry,
Scrimshaw
common is
now
hard.
malfunctioning.
I would have a drink if it would do anything.
Yeah, how many tailstones have you got?
I'm not sure actually.
Maybe getting low. All right, so you go over and sit in the table that he's sort of pre-arranged for you. He comes over and brings a big old mug of ale. He says, "That's on the house."
Oh,
Thank you.
After a few minutes,
Sorry,
oh yeah, go ahead.
did you say something, Shauna?
I said thank you.
Oh, I thought you said.
I'm displaying manners.
I thought you said Gira. I'm sorry. Although actually, Shauna, if you have like to shorten me a little bit, I'm struggling to get underneath these doors.
I don't have any shortening spells.
Could just cut your legs off.
What the fuck, Monas?
That's one solution.
Shush. I'd rather keep this quiet. Please stop shouting.
Why are you so desperate to be smaller?
Well, like I said, I'm struggling to crane my neck to get under these quite short doors.
I can try disguising you. I don't know if that would make you any smaller. Magic.
Whatever you must do, when you get to this age, you'll notice that it's quite hard to crane yourself a bit.
I think if this were a use of disguise self, then it would just make you appear smaller, right?
No, that's true. Yeah, I don't have any spells that can make you, smaller. Sorry.
Pity. Well, in that case, I might stay in this room. But, do let me know if there's any questions I can answer. Gira sits down in one of these chairs that I imagine a dwarf sized.
Yeah,
and
they're quite sturdy. They're well constructed. Very stout dwarven make. But yeah,
How's Roxanne doing?
Wide.
they're like kiddie chairs. Roxanne, yeah, just looks like Mr. Incredible in that car. It's the sort of vibe that he's going for. After a few minutes, a couple of pretty well dressed dwarves come in wearing sort of ceremonial looking robes. They're like blue, with sort of like red and gold stitching on them. And you notice that they've all the two of them that come in have like ceremonial daggers by their side. They walk over and talk to the barman, who points you out, and then they come over. One of them walks over and pulls down his hood and says, "You've been looking for the bone cloaks."
Hi, yes, we are looking for the bone cloaks. We want to go to the Spiderlands. We are wondering if you could give us some pointers on how to get there.
Or if we could pay someone to give us, take us there. Nothing beats that kind
His
of guide.
eyes narrow as he sort of looks you up and down and says, "And what business do you have in Spiderlands?"
Well, our friend here lost a hammer, and he wants to get it back, and he lost it in the Spiderlands, so we're gonna go and try and get him his hammer back.
It's hammer time.
Your friend lost a hammer in the Spiderlands.
Yep.
Hello there. Gira kind of like doesn't get up the chair, attempts, but decides not to.
Just
my
watching
hammer.
for. I'm just watching for modifying memory components.
Like Greedo and Han in the bar.
Gira modified memory first.
The main dwarf who's speaking, he's a bit older. He's got a bit of grey coming through in his beard, and he looks like he's seen a lot of weathering in his face. Like his face looks very wrinkled and aged. He says, "The Spiderlands are no place for amateurs."
We're not amateurs, so don't worry.
I meant no offense, young lady, but
What?
we've had a lot of forces traversing down from the mountains recently. It's spread our forces very thin.
What? Why have you had forces in the mountains? What's happening?
Well, we're keeping close tabs on Drix'Harak. She seems to be growing in power by the day.
Well, you say that the Spiderlands aren't for amateurs. Have you by any chance heard of the Clive Five?
Well,
Well,
never mind then.
fuck.
Well,
It's fine. Trust us. We're not amateurs.
if
Yeah,
I may,
We are quite capable. We're just not familiar with the area itself.
we may have an offer for you that you may find inviting. We don't just after information, but if it turns out that we can do what we say we do, it might benefit your manpower and your concern in the region. For the hammer in question was picked up by the Spider Queen you mentioned. Our goal will be to retrieve it from her.
So you're gonna go rob her?
No, it was stolen from him first.
I mean, she would consider it robbing, most definitely.
I would prefer the term liberating an artifact that, if we do not gain custody of it soon,
Possession is 9/10 of the law.
it could
right?
potentially cause some rather cataclysmic consequences if we are not able to succeed in our long-term aims. I'm very much sure it's in your best interest.
And Chinook, I'm not entirely sure you know what the meaning of that phrase actually is.
It probably means something different where I'm from.
Well, seems like you're all like your plan is foolproof. What do you need our help with?
Down
we-
there?
Yeah, we were told that you know the area, so if you could give us some pointers on how to get there, that'd be fab.
Well, you're gonna need an escort then.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Well, it's very tricky to get lost. Very tricky to traverse, not only through the forests, but up into the mountains as well.
Mhm.
Easy to get lost. Yeah,
I know.
this is Shore Crow, but this is a very unpopulated part of the country. So usually, what the Bone Cloaks do is we escort people up and down the Frostgrave Road. But for a price, I think we could probably
And what is this price?
send a few people. What's the price? He whispers to his acquaintance and says, "Well, me and my friend here, we can take you. 20,000 gold pieces up front."
Ha! We don't have that kind of money.
Then you better get it, or you're not getting any assistance.
What about just one of you?
I mean, surely this kind of mission, robbing Drix'Harak of this magical hammer, something like this would surely earn renown for the Bone Cloaks, and you specifically. People will come from all around just to hire your services.
If you succeed.
Oh, we'll
We
succeed.
will.
I don't believe it.
What could we do to convince you, other than the gold, of our power?
You wanna like go outside and have a fight?
No.
What a Mana thing to say.
Well, there's I suppose there's something you could do for me.
What's that?
We've been having a bit of a werewolf problem in the woods recently.
a werewolf problem.
If you can find it, kill it, and bring its head to me, well, yeah, we'll go with you.
Okay, now killing things, that is very well within our skill set.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, very, very good at killing things.
yeah, finding our way to somewhere, yeah, maybe not our strength. Killing something strong, yeah.
Very well. Yeah, that's it.
Is there any
Whereabouts was
information?
it last seen?
Hmm. Well, last time it struck was about a week ago, I think. A farm, not so far away from here, to the west. We had a look around the farmhouse. Everyone was killed, but maybe you could find something else, pick something up. We've sent some trackers on it, but it just keeps disappearing each time. So
Has it been killing people or just animals or?
well, this is the thing. He sits down, and his friend sits down as well. At first, it was killing livestock, sheep, cattle, the like. And then maybe 2 months back, a young stable boy went missing. At first we just thought he ran off too far, got himself lost in the woods and died, but then his body was found, and it was torn apart.
What makes you so certain it's a werewolf?
What else would do such a cruel thing?
There's a lot of cruel bastards out there. A lot of cruel monsters.
It was definitely a
Owlbear,
monster.
ogre, remoras,
It
dragon.
was, no. What definitely wasn't a dragon.
I mean, we've probably met and killed 50 things that could have done that to a body.
The particular slash marks was very, very big claws. It weren't no owlbear.
Okay.
And there ain't nothing else in these woods other than trolls and owlbears, and definitely weren't a troll. We keep trolls very far away from here. Plus, trolls like to eat their victims. This was a cruel and unnecessary killing.
Okay. Right. Well, in that case, we better get going, guys. Let's go.
What is your name, good dwarf?
I'm Thorabroth, Copper Axe, and this my friend is Gamrongleer. Gamrongleer Flatjaw.
Sorry.
Uh,
Could you spell that for me? Thank you.
Do you have any information that might help us seek this thing out?
Well, the last time it struck anywhere was at the farmhouse. At first it was the animals that were going missing, then the stable boy went missing from here, and then the whole family were killed. We up and buried their bodies just outside. They're in unmarked graves just outside the front. You'll see it. But the actual farmhouse itself is empty now.
Are there any
I don't
food
suppose you
shops
found-
around here?
One person at a time. Sorry, Richard, what were you saying?
I don't suppose you found a piece of its fur, a claw, or something to that effect.
Yeah. No.
Decided to freeze.
You might find something if you go to the farmhouse. We haven't found nothing.
Okay.
And what were you saying, Elf?
Well, dwarf, I was asking if you have any kind of sweet shops around here.
Big shops.
Sweet shops.
Yeah.
No, we
You
have none of
know,
that. None of that
How-
fancy shit. None of that.
Hounds and wolves, feed them chocolate, they die.
I don't even know what chocolate is.
I fucking hate this plane. I hate this plane so much. You don't have chocolate. Fucking damn it. And like the script, like Sherlock just has his face in his hands, and he's just
Yeah. What is
very-
this? What is this chocolate you mentioned?
I
They
need
have it in
fresh air.
Quran, right?
Shh, 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 shh.
Yeah, they have chocolate. They have imported chocolate, but
Just like put
It
a hand over Morna's
doesn't
mouth
make its way
as,
up here. yeah.
Sherlock
yeah.
goes outside for some air because he actively believes Scrimshaw doesn't know what chocolate is, and he is so upset.
So, what you say? You solve this issue. You get rid of this werewolf for us. Then me and Gamma and Glare will come up with you to Spiderland.
Okay.
Very well, Master Thrabroth.
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 Well, that's our business done.
So where is
You know where
this
to find
farmhouse?
us? It's about 2 miles to the west on the Western Road.
All right. We'll be off then.
Very well. I hope to see you soon with good news.
Indeed.
Don't get yourself killed.
Oh, we won't. Don't worry. We never get ourselves killed.
I mean, we do sometimes, but we come back. We get better.
Oh, sorry. Roll 20 is not working. Oh my god, so annoying.
Well, okay. Well, then they leave. They take their leave, and the barman sort of is just eyeing you from across the bar.
I wave at him.
He looks down, goes back to polishing.
What's
Oh,
the outside like outside the inn?
Outside the inn, it's a fairly like not very well paved road. The actual walls of the city are only just like wooden palisades. The road itself is just basically just about bearable for carts to travel up and down. This is a small town and in the middle of the woods. You know, it's just a good like crossroads. A few, sheep and goats just tied up outside houses, and a few chickens like just walking around, just wildly clucking.
all right. To this barn house then, I suppose.
Yeah.
As we, sorry, go on.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say as we were walking, Kira just wanted to ask a question, but you can describe it.
Okay. Well, traveling outside of the main town, following the road down a little bit, the forest clears up a tiny amount, and you see that in a clearing there's a medium-sized farmhouse with maybe an acre's worth of farmable land. You notice that the crops are starting to wither and die. The flowers that are outside the actual main part of the house are keeled over. There's 4 like sort of mounds of earth just buried just by the side of the road, right outside the house, where clearly these bodies have been buried. It's starting to look a bit disheveled, the house. The door itself is boarded up. And the windows, all the shutters are closed. Although the top shutter on the top of the house is sort of like banging open in the breeze, with the wind. But as for the rest of the farmhouse, it's eerily silent in this part of the woods.
This is certainly not what I expected when dealing with dwarves. I met a few in Vizelt. They were, quite busy in their forges, and then the Dwagar. But this reminds me a little bit of human land.
I mean, they're similar to people, right?
Yeah,
It's similar to people. They're just people.
they're just another kind of people,
Okay, shall we split up and look for clues?
Sure.
Wow.
Okay, yeah, just kind of
Rocky.
comb the area looking for any claw marks, any hairs, any claws.
Are you sort of like traversing the outside of the farmhouse first before you go in? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah, outside
Yeah.
first.
All right. Well, make me a perception check then. What's everyone doing?
Can I
Looking for paw prints.
investigate the area rather than
It-
yeah.
perceive? Cool.
I'm gonna kind of slowly open the door and take a look inside.
The door itself is boarded up. Someone has like hammered the door closed with pieces of wood.
Gira's going to use detect evil and good when he gets a chance.
Okay. Detects evil and good.
Yes.
Doesn't that just reveal? Oh, don't worry.
Certain types of creature.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Or things, objects, or things that have been magically consecrated or desecrated.
Oh, okay.
Roxanne, do you want to maybe, and I kind of like mime swinging an axe at the boarded up door.
Yeah, sure. He begins chopping at the door, but as he does so, Scrimshaw, looking around the main part of the house, it's been quite wet recently. So outside, it's been a couple of days since the attack, a couple of weeks since the attack. So any paw prints on the outside have probably been washed away. Looking outside the main part of the house, one of the fence posts you notice right outside the house where the actual main part of the fence comes into the house seems to have a few scratches on it, but you can't quite make out whether they're just scratches that were just on the fence post or some sort of claw had done it. But yeah, as you're inspecting it, you hear a bang and look up, and the window shutter is just sort of shutting in the wind against the wall.
Now, why would someone go through all the effort to board up all but one window?
Or maybe a werewolf's in there.
Is it look broken at all? Are there any kind of forced entry marks on the shutter?
Make a perception check.
Here is the best one for this.
Especially
Actually,
if it looks like it was boarded up as well.
Oh, Gira's old eyes suddenly.
Oh,
It definitely looks like at some point it was boarded up.
is the boarding up from the outside or inside?
Oh, from the outside.
Okay.
Sorry, so the shutter did look like it was boarded, but something was taken out.
Yeah, there's markings on the actual sort of wooden frame of the window that clearly indicates that something was boarded over it at some point and has been ripped out. It's quite hard to spot because it's just a few nail holes, but you manage to spot them quite easily.
And I know it's 10 concentration, up to 10 minutes, but does detect good and evil?
Nothing happens on that.
Okay. You can take that slot out.
Okay. Are we going to see if there's anything in the house? It looks like someone's broken in, right?
I mean, Roxanne's hacking away at the door.
Yeah, Roxanne
Yeah.
finally finishes breaking up the door.
Right.
Oh,
Let's have a
harder
look.
than I thought it'd be.
oh, I would have thought you could have just pulled those planks off.
Oh, why didn't I think of that?
Yeah,
Man,
you-
that headband's really not doing its
Yeah.
its work.
I think it takes a little while to kind of wear in the new brain.
Yeah.
It's like
Old
a
habits
new
die
pair of
hard,
shoes.
as they say. Yeah. All right, so he opens up the door, which sort of falls apart a little bit as he enters. And enters into a main sort of corridor that on the left leads to some sort of sitting room / dining room, like old. On the mantelpiece by the fireplace, there's like a oil painting of a dwarven family sat on a chair, or sat on like a sofa sort of thing. Happy family, two older dwarfs and their children, which is now, everything is covered in sort of a blanket and has like a layer of dust over it. Yeah, the light just streaming in through the little gaps in the boarded up windows as the dust sort of is unsettled and just lingers in the air for a moment. You get the smell of like some sort of old, dusty house that is just, like old person house almost. Some sort of mold maybe. Upon entering, to the back, there's like sort of staircase that goes up, and then to the right, there's sort of kitchen slash like food preparation area. In the main corridor, there's more oil paintings and a big sort of rug on the ground. What's everyone doing?
Heading upstairs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can Gira do like you mentioned the rug and I'm overanalyzing it, but can I like see if there's underneath under the rug?
Yeah. I mean, you can pull the rug up.
Yeah. Gira just kind of like uses his stick to kind of shove the rug over if we can.
Okay. In this
Come out and bite his face off.
here in the corridor, the main sort of entrance corridor, pulling the rug aside, there's nothing underneath it. But there's every room pretty much has a rug because otherwise it's just bare wooden like floorboards, which aren't so comfortable. All right, so Shunnock, going upstairs, you notice that it's a 3-story house, and the window that was shuttering must be somewhere in the attic. But on the second floor, there's just a number of bedrooms scattered around. Mona, what are you doing?
Just looking around with everyone else.
All right, make an investigation check for me. Okay, so sort of like popping your head into the kitchen, you notice that there's evidence of sort of like half-prepared food, which is sort of starting to go a bit moldy. Some of it's been thrown away, some of it's just been left there. But as for everything in the kitchen seems to either be boxed up or have some sort of cover over it. But you do notice it's quite weird that there's just food out on the side.
I think
But-
someone's been living here.
How old's the
Look.
food?
I know, Roxon. You want to try it?
Yeah, why not? I'll get good constitution saves.
What's a constitution save?
It's something only smart people know.
I can see into the
Oh,
matrix.
You're all just on a different level to me now.
He takes a bite and he says, "Ugh, it's a bit. Maybe 5 or 6 days."
Well, wow. I'm impressed that you got that from that.
Very sensitive
No, I've
palate.
eaten plenty of rotten things.
Kinda now.
Definitely has.
I know we killed this mammoth. We're gonna make it last.
All right, Shinnok, so you're on the sort of first floor landing. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna poke my head through some of these bedrooms before moving up.
The first bedroom you look into is the main master bedroom. There's this sort of quite large king-sized bed that has a cover over it, a writing desk, and a sort of makeup application station with a big silver polished mirror. By it.
Dressing table.
That's the one. I like my makeup application station. And also a sort of what's it called? One of those
Wardrobe? Bed?
name things in bedrooms. No, one of those.
Storage facility.
No. Now we're playing fucking
Chest?
No. It's like a screen. There we go, a screen for putting clothes on behind it.
Damn, that's rich people stuff.
Yeah. They were fairly well off family. They had a fairly decent farm and whatever. But yeah, looking around there, nothing really seems to be that of that much detail. But make an investigation check for me.
Okay. Hang on. Investigation.
Looking around, you notice that there's a some sort of like dent in the floor, like in the rug. There seems to be like a footprint that has sort of unsettled it and has just sort of kept, or like that part of the rug, the fur is down, where the rest of it is stood up.
Can I lift the rug up over this to see if I can spot anything?
Yeah. As you lift the rug up, sort of nestled away in the the floorboards, you notice that there's been a piece of the floorboards has been removed, and it's sort of like there's a gap between the two floors, and there's some sort of crawl space almost between the two floors.
I'm gonna take a look in there.
Okay. Do you have dark vision?
I'm pretty sure I do. I should do.
Half elf, I think you do, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I do.
Looking down there, you sort of like stick your head in the crawl space and just have a bit of a scan around. Make a perception check for me.
All right. Perception.
Yeah, just looking around you don't really notice much. However, you do hear like a bit of a shuffle from somewhere as you're like wriggling your head around to try and like place it. You you feel someone kick you in the head. So you take 5 damage.
You piece of shit.
And your head like bashes against the floorboard as you hear someone like scurrying like down, and you sort of like you're not make a Constitution saving throw for me. Otherwise you might feel a bit dazed. Okay, so you manage to hit your head. It doesn't hit you in a place that is going to like concuss you, but it hurts. What's that
What
noise?
the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Sorry, that's distracted me now. Okay, so yeah, so you hear the shuffling, and as you go to look around to who kicked you, you see like scurrying like out of your view behind one of the wall foundations is some like legs of a person who's scurrying across. But the rest of you hear a banging in the house, and you hear Chinook shout.
We'll
Specifically the words, "Oh, you miserable fucking bastard."
Are you all rushing upstairs to see what's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you get there, and Chinook, you're like nursing your head or something as they come in.
Oh, well, we're not alone.
Mhm. Anything else?
Because the floorboard, like that you kind of looked in.
Yeah, there's a crawl space there. I looked under. Someone kicked me in the head. They ran that way. We should probably chase after him, right?
On it. I'm gonna
Um,
chase after them.
let's not be too.
Well, they
threatening.
crawled through the crawl space, so you're not sure where they ended up.
I don't think some of us are going to make it through that crawl space.
Okay. Can I cast dark vision on myself and then have a look?
Yep.
See if I can see anything. I'll just go straight in.
Okay. It's a crawl space that is fairly small. Maybe dwarf-sized.
Hmm.
Oh my god, are we gonna fight were-corgis?
Where Wawas?
I'm just going to cast Armor of Agathis on myself, just in case I'm the next
He might be a kid!
out of the blue kick victim. Oh dear. How hard did it
Nice.
kick? How hard did it kick Chinook?
5.
Did he take damage?
Yeah, 5 damage.
Oh yeah, kid won't do that. Yeah, Armor of Agathis.
You don't know that. It could be a very powerful kick from a kid.
Well, if it is, Gira can revive them.
Can I now?
All right, so Morna, looking down into the crawl space, make another perception check for me. Yeah, you see like a trail of dust that leads around the corner. Listening out, you can't hear any movement now.
Can I try and follow the trail of dust?
So you're going to try and like squeeze into the crawl space. You will be squeezing, so you'll be moving very slowly.
Mhm.
Okay, you'll be sort of like Bruce Willis in Die Hard.
Okay,
Just like,
I've not seen it, but that's fine.
Okay, just the standard trope of crawling through an air vent, basically.
Mhm.
Okay, so you begin crawling through very slowly. Following around the corner, you notice that there's another hole, which seems to go into maybe another room on that floor.
Okay, I'll guess I'll come out on the other side.
Okay.
If I can.
All right, you come out. It's in another bedroom.
Is there anything in there?
No.
Is there
Just there's like it's like a kid's bedroom. There's like a single bed, another dressing table. The rug has been sort of like tossed aside, and you notice that the door is open though here.
I guess I'll go out of the door and see if I can see anything.
Going out of the door, you like look out the door and you just notice like Scrimshaw's back to you because obviously Scrimshaw was facing that bedroom.
Oh, so it comes out in that room, and I think they probably run away without any of us noticing.
I'm going to go hop out of the window and fly round and get like an aerial view.
Which
Just in
window?
case.
Because they're all boarded up.
Isn't there one that was?
I'm going to
Yeah,
run downstairs.
that's up in the attic.
I'm going to run
Oh.
downstairs and out and
Okay.
fly up over the house.
All right, make a perception check for me. Okay. Looking around, yeah, you can't see anyone.
Okay, I'm just going to kind of sit there in case something
Okay.
or someone
Mhm.
escapes and like tries to make a break for it.
Okay. What's the rest of you doing, Kira? What are you doing?
Did we go up to the floor with the room with the scratch marks where it looks like someone came in or someone came out? Or
No,
the...
No, that's up in the attic, so that's another floor.
Okay.
Let's
Should we
go
head
up
up?
to the attic.
Yeah, Gira was. I mean, Gira was probably just gonna tentatively move his way up there and see what was up there.
Okay.
I'm gonna follow, prepping a fireball in this wooden house.
Are you holding an action to cast fireball?
No, I'm just I'm just preparing to like mentally just like.
As you guys begin going up the stairs, Scrimshaw, you notice that the flap that is flapping open, someone like sticks like a small dwarf who's maybe quite young, maybe 20, 25 or something, begins to crawl out of the attic and onto the main part of the roof.
Just going to fly down, just be like, halt!
Ah! He's like holding on to the wall as he's like climbing out. He's like, "You can fly."
I can fly!
He could fly, he could fly, he could fly.
That's no fair. As you
I
guys
mean-
come up into the attic, you see him like hanging.
No one-
Scrimshaw.
No one looks for fair. I'm sure you wouldn't be going with fair if you could.
You kicked me in the fucking head.
All right, you got me. I'm sorry. I didn't know who you were. I thought you were just gonna, I don't know, kick me out of here. This is a good place. It's empty.
Kicked me in the head.
I'm sorry.
Does it just look like a male? Or
Yeah, it's
female?
like a 20, 25-year-old small dwarf. He's growing like sort of his starter beard. It's a bit bum fluffy.
Okay, yeah, you.
He looks a bit ragamuffin, like he's just homeless. Like.
Yeah, yeah. You boy or girl? I'm not sure if they have beards. What is your name? And what is your business here?
I'm not giving you my name. You're gonna go tell the sheriff, aren't you?
We're not gonna tell the sheriff.
How do I know that?
We don't even know who the
We
sheriff
don't
is.
know his name.
Listen.
We're here to look for a werewolf. Are you a werewolf?
No, I'm not a werewolf. I'd probably find somewhere nicer to live if I was a werewolf.
Inside check.
Make an insight check. You don't know. He says,
How long have you been in this area, Fort Dwarf?
I'm just travelling through, alright? I'm trying to make my way to the Frostgrave Gate.
Oh, brilliant! You'll make a magnificent companion for us.
What, are you going there as well?
We're going to hunt down a werewolf, and we need every piece of information we can get on this area.
Oh, no.
Is that all we tell the sheriff?
All right. There's no oh, come on, werewolves. Give it up. I'm just passing through. I've only been here for about a week.
Oh, a week, you say? What was this place like when you came here?
It was all boarded up. Just there's a house on the side of the road. Yeah, family's clearly buggered off. Don't really care. Somewhere to stay.
Have you
Why-
cooked in this premises?
Yeah.
Why was it that you
So-
chose the top floor to break in?
Well, they did a pretty shoddy job. Most of it was gone anyway. Also, I quite like climbing. It's a bit of fun.
Why is there rotten food in the front in the kitchen? Was that your doing?
Yeah, that was mine. Sorry.
Oh. Eat your
Don't you
food.
ever clean up after yourself?
Not really. This ain't my house. I'm going soon.
That's
Are you
awfully
sure
rude.
you're not a werewolf?
Pretty sure. Listen, if I was a werewolf, trust me, you guys would know.
Yeah.
Go on then, turn yourself into a werewolf.
What?
I bet
I
you
don't
can't.
I don't think it.
Yeah, you're
Are,
right.
Yeah.
Are you
You,
trying
you
reverse
call
psychology?
yourself a werewolf? Cuh. I've seen better werewolves in help me out here.
Helm Castle.
Helm Castle.
Really, guys, I'm not a werewolf.
Prove
Well,
it.
have you seen a werewolf? Yeah, prove you're not a werewolf. Let me stab you in the chest with
No,
this.
whoa, no. No, look, listen. I
A
don't know
minor,
what
a
you-
minor illusion. A image of the moon, a full moon.
In the middle of the day, nice.
It's just like, oh my god, the full moon. I'm bound by it clearly because it just looks like a full moon. Not because there's any magic in the moon or anything. No, he's like
I
like-
love this guy so much.
He's like, all right, okay, all right. You got me. I'm not a werewolf, but I did break in here. All right. Now you're gonna go tell the sheriff.
no.
Fine.
Oh no, we don't care about that.
Right.
We're looking for a werewolf.
All right. Well, I'm telling you, you got the wrong guy.
Alright, well, help us find the werewolf. You've been around here, have you seen it?
I don't really think it exists.
Okay, well, it does exist.
What do you think killed his family and mauled that young boy?
What?
Yeah, that's why this place
you-
is abandoned.
Ugh. Well, I wish I had known that before I came in here. I thought it'd be haunted.
Yeah, we've probably done you a favour, frankly, if this house is potentially within its
Haunted.
range.
Or that.
I mean, if a werewolf came here, I'd be pretty scared.
Yeah, so why don't you maybe make your way into town and just stay at the inn there?
As you say that, you hear in the distance there. Oh.
There it is, let's go!
All right, come with us.
No,
We're
what?
gonna
No.
we're gonna prove to you that we exist.
I am not killing any werewolves.
Oh,
Is
you don't
that
need
all
to.
we-
Just watch.
We're going to tell
Look.
the sheriff on you.
What else are you doing today? Are you really going to
What?
pass up the opportunity to see people kill a werewolf?
Yeah, actually, yes.
That's a
Listen, I
once-
don't want.
that's a
I don't
once in
want
a
any-
lifetime
any part of
opportunity.
this. Yeah, and I only have one lifetime, and I'm planning on keeping it for as long
You
as
can
possible.
sell its teeth.
That's actually a myth that people only have one lifetime. I'll have you know. We've died several times.
But,
Okay.
you know, in general, people only have one lifetime.
But, I mean, yeah, all right, fine. You got me. I don't know. I don't know any of that magic stuff. All right, I just
Come on, come here.
give you a simple-
Hop on, just hop on the carpet, all right? Just hop on the back. I'll give you a back.
Are you trying to kidnap a squatter?
I'm just trying to bring him along, just in case he actually is the werewolf, and we let him go.
Uh-huh. All right, fine. Okay, let me get some of that.
All right, you're in for a treat.
You're not gonna give me a weapon or anything.
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean, would it help?
Probably not. No. I don't know.
Minor league.
You
I
can
tell you
have,
what,
like,
here's my old shield.
Brilliant.
and a quarter staff. You can use it. I want it back though.
can't use
Yeah.
both.
Yeah, if we find a werewolf, then you know you're trying not to die, not to actually kill it. That's our job.
Wait, hang on a sec. And he gets back off the carpet. Are you just taking me along so you can use me as bait?
No.
No, if we were going to use you as bait, we
No.
wouldn't give you a sword and we wouldn't give you a shield and a staff. We would just
We
If
would.
anyone's gonna be used
if
as
we were
bait,
if we were going to use you as bait, that man over there
We-
pointing to Roxon would just pick you up by the scruff of the neck and we'd bring you along that way.
After, of course, slathering you in gravy.
Do you see any jars of gravy on us?
No, but I figured that you didn't come here planning on using me as bait. What if the next place you go on that magic carpet of yours is a gravy shop?
well then you can get
Then
off and
do
you
you
can
want-
stay at the gravy shop.
Then do you want any gravy?
Yeah,
We'll get you
you're
some
rotten
gravy if
food.
you want. If you're
Do some
homeless,
gravy.
then
To be
maybe-
fair, I could do with some gravy right now.
All right,
I mean,
then
I-
after
you know
the
what I could do?
werewolf, we'll take you back to town, get you a good meal. All right?
I would
Gravy,
like a
gravy.
whole chicken with gravy.
Alright,
I
so-
think we can manage a whole chicken with gravy.
I don't believe it. No one has that money.
Oh my god, this poor guy.
A whole chicken that could feed like 8 of us.
There's
Yeah.
more of you.
Yeah, we're actually the 7 dwarfs that I'm the 8. He's like, well, no, but you know, growing up, we'd scavenge enough to get a gravy, and that would feed me and my siblings.
How many siblings do you have?
7.
Is that including you?
No, because the question was how many do I have?
That's fair. Okay. What are their names?
That's so rude.
You don't even know what my name is.
Yeah. What are your What's your name then?
What Molman?
Okay, Molman. Right, let's go kill a werewolf. Get on the back.
He's the mole man.
Okay, I guess. Fine. You've convinced me to fight a werewolf. Wait,
No,
does
no,
this?
no,
Oh, yeah, no.
no, we're just going to, see the werewolf. You're just going to see the werewolf. You don't need to fight the werewolf. Unless you really want to, but I think that's a bad idea. You just stay on the back of the carpet,
Yeah.
right?
Don't worry, we'll protect you.
Okay. Right. He gets on the back of the carpet.
A whole
Right,
new
Where was that
world.
sound? Let's just go in that direction.
This whole thing has just been coercing this poor man into a life or death scenario.
Scrimshaw, make an intelligence check.
Hmm.
To try and work out where the sound is coming from. It's quite difficult to place where it came from.
Does anyone else have a better idea than the lowest intelligence person in the party?
I could give it a try. I'm
Well, Scrimshaw was the one nearer the window when it happened, so.
yeah.
Well, he goes. Well, I don't remember where it was.
So I guess we're just going to wait here, ready to go. Right, let's go out the front of the house and just wait for Or we could use bait. I'll be bait.
Oh, here we go. Now you're suggesting using bait.
You want to be the bait? I said I'll be the bait.
I
It was your
predicted
idea.
this. My idea. I predicted this.
Look,
No,
You were going to
you
sweeten
gave
me up. You were going to sweeten me up with gravy and chicken, and then you were going
Look,
to
Mullen.
stick me in
Look-
front of a werewolf.
look, Momon, if
And-
you want to be the bait, you can be the bait if you really want to. But right now, it's Morna's turn to be the bait.
I'll be the bait.
I kind of want to be the bait now.
You want to be the bait? You can be the bait, okay?
Mom said it's Morna's time to be bait.
All right. Well, what's this full moon thing? Because I think that's a myth. I don't think werewolves have anything to do with the full moon.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
What did Oh, what,
Can I
what,
do
what did
like
the,
a check to see
what
if
was his
they
name?
do
Lucas?
or not?
Lucas, was that his name? The werewolf we met before.
Yeah. His name actually. No, it was.
It was something Volkov, and
Was it, yeah,
someone
it was
else.
Lucas Volkov, wasn't it? Yeah.
Was it Lucas Volkov?
Oh god, that was so long ago.
Yeah, that was session
Yeah.
1.
Mm.
Oh yeah. Maybe different werewolves, different moons.
Yeah, make a religion check. Zach.
Ooh.
What was it? Yeah, I mean, it depends on the curse, because there's a whole bunch of different curses, basically, that will turn people into werewolves. Like, so some curses to do with the moon. It depends who's doing it. Like, if it's, you know, some sort of witch that is based around moon magic, then maybe. But there's no guarantee there has to be.
I think we heard a howl just now, and I don't think the full moon's out. So I don't
Hmm.
think this one's.
Could just be a wolf.
Yes, could have just been a regular wolf.
Are
Shush.
there regular wolves around here?
I think sometimes.
All right. Hang on. I'm gonna just go and get a bit of more of an aerial view. So I'm just gonna go up.
Right.
I'll give it like 3 or 4 seconds, and then I'm just gonna start going up, whether he's still on the carpet or not.
Okay. As you go up more and more, he's just holding on for dear life.
Okay,
Push him off.
don't squeeze the don't squeeze the spikes too hard. Don't squeeze the ice too hard. It could kill you. Just going up and up and up and getting a bit more of an aerial view, trying to look out, see if I can see any any like just trees falling over all in a line, any screams, blood flying in the air, anything.
Okay, make a perception check. As you're looking around, you don't see anything. But you do, after a few minutes of swooping around, you do hear a "oh" coming from what seems to be like a hilly part of, like maybe a cavern, like where some caves are, to the south.
Ooh, let's go there.
Okay, I'm shouting at
We
Go
don't.
to the south.
We haven't.
What do you say, Zach?
We weren't there when Scrimshaw was looking.
Yeah, Scrimshaw heard it.
But
Oh, okay.
I'm just shouting down like, the caves to the south,
way.
and I'll kind of like go,
Okay.
kind of like a diagonal downwards, so I can meet up with the party on the way
Well,
down.
Molman is just holding on for dear life, going, "Oh, I've never been this high up before." All right, so you begin to traverse your way to the south through the thickets of overgrowth and the trees. You walk for maybe a mile until you get to a point where there's some openings and cavern entrances nearby. You seem to have quite a solid idea about this is at least something lives here, because there is scratches along the entrance to a cave, and you notice that the scratches lead to a couple of like what seems to be quite rudimentary style drawings, maybe like some sort of art, like cave painting out of blood, perhaps.
well, that's alarming. I mean, I'm not one to criticize the art of anyone, really. Creative outlets.
All right, maybe
What do-
okay, should we maybe quieten down a bit, go a little stealthy here.
I can do stealthy.
Can we do like an investigation check on the cave art? Like, what is it?
Yeah,
like-
please.
It's a bit further. It's a bit further in the cave, so it's quite hard to really spot from out here. You'd probably have to go into It's better seen in under light, because obviously with dark vision and in the dark of the cave, you can't really make it out in the backdrop of the actual cave wall for it as well.
We can have a look when we stab the werewolf to death.
The cave seems to go on for a little bit, so it's not like a shallow cave. So if somebody lit a torch, you'd get a better view of it. But at the moment, you're just in the cave entrance.
Can I
Should
see it fairly
we-
easily with my mega dark vision?
Yeah, but you can't see colors, right? With that.
Let me
Dark
look
vision.
at the
Dark
wording.
vision is black and white.
Scrimshaw just doesn't see color.
It's not dark vision. It's you can see normally in darkness.
Oh, okay. From this distance, then, yeah, make an investigation check on it.
Damn.
It seems to be mostly things like handprints and sort of like small humanoid figures. There seems to be like some sort of rudimentary effigy of some large creature or monster that is like towering over a cowering stick figure, perhaps.
Does it look like these paintings have been applied to the wall at kind of dwarf height, or?
No. Maybe normal human height. It's quite hard to tell.
Right. Well, it's weird. It looks like this thing has drawn itself frightening other creatures.
It could always be the person who created the werewolf.
Maybe.
Maybe it's a god.
That's a point, actually. Gira, if we find this thing, are you able to just rid it of its curse rather than
If we
kill it?
don't kill it, then we can't get them to help us.
I would prefer to help the thing rather than murder it for the sake of moving a certain direction.
I
If
guess
you-
it depends what kind of curse. Right?
You hear in the back of the cave something scurry, and like a silhouette sort of moves very quickly between two sort of stalagmites in the distance. Scrimshaw, you notice that. Everyone else, it's quite difficult.
Can we just go in the cave and
I'm
talk
just
to it?
point in its direction.
Okay.
Thank
Yeah,
you
let's
for
go.
pointing.
As you begin to approach, are you approaching, right?
Mhm.
You hear like a gruff sort of voice shoot out from behind one of the stalagmites and says, "Leave here! Leave! This place is not for you."
Hi. We have come to get rid of your curse.
Yeah,
Push Gira to the front.
no, you can't. It's if you stay, you will be afflicted too.
Is there a werewolf
That's
cave?
very much convincing me. Gira kind of backs out. Starts leaving the cave.
Are you saying this cave turns people into werewolves?
Deeper. Be gone. And as he says "be gone," he shouts "be gone!" as he steps out from behind the stalagmite. You notice it's like it's not anything that you'd think of as a werewolf. He's like half dwarf on his left side, and on the right side is this large, mangled, furry creature that's like muscular and huge, like a standard sized werewolf, but is just so like limped over because of the size difference in both legs. That he's sort of like dragging himself across. He's like, "Be gone!" But yeah, we'll end the session there. Then
Oh god!
begins to crawl towards
so
you.
sorry for this guy. Oh no!
All right, Scrimshaw,
I
do you want to
think-
end the stream?
Oh.
Scrimshaw, Richard.
Yes. All right. Ending the stream in 3, 2.